Let's investigate grip strength as a function of two factors. The first being the eye color of the person and whether or not a person grunted or not when they squeezed the device. So it's a little bit silly, but we're trying to figure out, does eye color make a difference, and does it make a difference if you grunt or not while you're squeezing the apparatus? To start to answer a question like this, we first need to visualize the data. Here I've plotted, the goal was to make a graph that looks like this, where we've plotted grip strength on the vertical axis, and our two factors is going to be eye color, so blue, brown, or hazel, along with whether or not a person grunted or not. I've got mean values here, plus and minus 1 standard deviation. I've got the number of measurements labeled at the top of each of these bars. And in my case, these are make-believe data, but in my case I've got n ranging from 4 for, let's see, brown-eyed people that grunt, all the way up to 12 for hazel-eyed people that either grunt or no grunt. So let's go back to the data set. What we've got are the two categories in columns A and B, and then the actual value for grip strength in column C. What I just did, I double-clicked it. Let's add units to it. We'll just say the grip strength here is in pounds. And I can scroll down, and it looks like we've got probably 39 different measurements. I'm just looking at the row number here. Some things that we could do, we could go view, freeze panes. We could freeze the top row, for example. Now when I scroll, my column headings appear. Some other things that we need to consider. Look at the spelling on these. Here, this person spelled hazel wrong. So we've got that way, we've got that way, we've got other things like whether or not a person grunted. We see people typing out yes, we see people typing Y. We see all capital letter S's. This matters. We need to fix this. A quick way to look at these different variations, we can go data and go filter on the table. What I can see in these drop-down columns are all the different spellings of it. We need to fix this. We only have to have, or we can only have 3 different variations. It has to say blue, brown, and hazel, and that's it. We've got to get rid of all these misspellings. So this is tedious. You see it a lot when you work with data sets. So I guess one trick, I guess we could go through, let's just say, let's make everything, for example, capital letters. So I've got to go through now. You've got to clean up these data sets. So we're going to look through. What I might do is go Control F, and I'm going to go replace. Let's replace that hazel one. I don't know how many of those misspelled hazels there are. So let's just do a search, H-A-Z-L-E. And we're going to replace it with the right spelling, H-A-Z-E-L. And I'm just going to go replace all. Looks like it found one, so we fixed that. If I go to the drop-down now, that drop-down now disappeared. We've got one misspelling, B-L-U, we need to fix. It might be faster to go through, look for misspellings like that, so I changed that. Let's go, oh, yeah, perfect. All right, we fixed that up. So now we've got only blue, brown, and hazel, and that's going to be important. Let's look at the grunt column. So I've got these different variations on it. I guess we could go through. There might be faster ways to do this, but let's just make sure that we'll go through, fix, just spotting it. We could do a find and replace. This looks like it's probably sufficient. So now I've only got no's and yeses in it. Incidentally, these drop downs, what I can do is unselect no, and now I've got a truncated table of different eye colors that are grunting. These are the grip strength on it. If I wanted to, I could just show only blue and brown-eyed people that are grunting. So you can do things like this with a quick filter. So that allowed me to clean up the data set. Let's go back. We'll turn the filter off just so we can look at the whole table. To make the chart, like I do at the beginning, we're going to need to fill out some values in the table. For example, we're going to need averages and we're going to need standard deviations. So here in this cell, what we want are blue-eyed people that don't grunt. So we want the average grip strength for those factors. To do this, we're going to want to use the average function. The problem though, so here I could take the average of these 5 cells, for example. The problem though is that those average values account for different eye colors and whether or not they grunt. That's not what we want. One way to organize the data, what I've got in each cell, here are blue-eyed people that don't grunt, blue-eyed people that do, brown and hazel, the same thing. So I've got 6 different columns now. What I could use is what's called a filter command. I'm going to filter on the array. So these are what we want to return. So I'm selecting those values. So let's return that. I'm going to push F4, and it's a hotkey to make these absolute references. And instead of using the hotkey, if you want to type out the dollar signs, that works as well. The reason we're doing this is because we could take the filter, we can take whatever we type in here and we can paste it, and it's going to keep that reference. It's not going to shift the reference as we paste it into different cells. So we want to do that, and then in the next one, we're going to say it's this include, and we need to tell it, in the filter command, we need to tell it what to include. The way we're going to do this, it's going to look it's a little trick in Excel. But I'm going to select, let's select all of these. I'm going to push F4 to make them absolute references. And I'm going to say any of those cells that are, let's see, we want blue. And I'm going to take that. It returns a true or false array, which is effectively ones or zeros. And I'm going to multiply that by, let's say, we want blue-eyed people. We're going to go in that column, and if any of those equals, let's say no for no grunting. So what this is going to return is all 6 of these values that correspond to blue-eyed people that don't grunt. So I'm going to take this, I'm going to copy it, I'm going to paste it here, and now by doing that, these absolute references still reference the same column, but what I can do is change it from blue-eyed people that don't grunt to blue-eyed people that do grunt. And what we've got here for these combinations of factors, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different data points corresponding to blue-eyed people that do grunt. So what I can do, I could take this cell and drag it over to the right. It just reproduces this. And then a quick way to do it, now I'm going to go into brown-eyed people. So I'm going to take this value. I'm going to change the blue to brown. And we're going to do brown-eyed people that don't grunt. And I'm going to modify this from yes to no. And now I've got this many data points. And I'm going to modify the other 3. So here's my data set rearranged. We could see combinations of it. So I've got, let's say, brown-eyed folks that do grunt. I've got 4 measurements. Brown-eyed people that don't grunt. I've got a bunch more different measurements, so a range of different measurements. One thing we might want to do would be we could count all of the cells above it. So this is going to count all the numbered cells. I can select to the right, hit Control right, drag these to the right, and now I can see the number of people that do that. So I could call that N. I can also do this. Let's take the average value. I'm going to use the average function, and I'm going to select everything above that. And now I can take that. We could drag it to the right. I can also do the standard deviation of everything. So this is going to be the sample standard deviation, and I'm going to take the standard deviation of all values to above that, and I'm going to drag those to the right. And once you get good at this, it's a very quick way to generate summary statistics of everything that we need. So now we've got the aggregated data. We could use this. This is a bit of a manual way to do this, but I'm going to say on average, blue-eyed people that don't grunt, I want to grab the average of that. Here's so I'm going to use that. I'm going to reference cell F29. I'm going to do brown-eyed people that don't grunt. So I'm going to take the average of brown-eyed people that don't grunt. So there's the data set there. I also need the standard deviations of blue-eyed people that don't grunt, which would be this value. And I'm going to populate the rest of this table. So here's the rest of the table filled out. I've got averages and standard deviations. If I zoom out a little bit, what I can do, we can select it. You could see how I've referenced it. So no grunting, here's the average, the standard deviation referencing cell F30. If they grunt, here I'm referencing cell G30, for example. From here now, we've got a nice way to make our graph. To do this, what I'm going to do, I'm going to select everything. We only want the averages right now. We're going to put these in as error bars later. We're going to go Insert, and we're going to go here with a column chart. So this is what we've got. What we can immediately see now, we've got eye color, blue, brown, and hazel, and we've got whether or not the individual grunts or not. The y-axis, we've got our grip strength in pounds. We're going to have to add an axis label with units there. The chart title here, maybe we don't want it because we're going to reference it in a document. We're going to reference the title anyway later on, so maybe let's not include it here. But let's put the y-axis label on it. So to do that, we're going to go Chart Design, Add Chart Element, Axis Title, Primary Vertical. Let's double click this, and we're just going to say grip strength. Don't forget the units. We'll put pounds, something like that. All right, so we've got something set up. A nice thing to probably do is instead of setting the lower limit at 72, I double clicked it here. Let's put the lower limit to 0, and this allows us to see a little bit more clearly the relative differences in it. Examining this, it looks like eye color, the averages probably eye color probably doesn't affect the averages. It looks like grunting probably will. We need to have the error bars in here though to characterize the spread in these data. So to do that, we'll click the chart again. We'll go Chart Design, and we're going to add Chart Element, and we scroll down. We'll go Error Bars, and we need more error bar options. And we're gonna, let's just do the no grunting data set first. And we don't want to use these. We need a custom value, and it's buried in here. We're going to go Custom and click Specify Value. The positive error bars are going to be in here. We're going to take the standard deviation. We're doing no grunt. So these are going to be the positive error bars. The negative values below it, it's going to be the same cells. So we've selected those, click OK, and now we've got it. We can see our 3 error bars appearing there. We're going to have to do it again, and this is the plot that we're ultimately looking for. So examining this, this color here might be not the best because it obscures the error bars. So maybe we could just go no fill, or maybe solid fill. We'll just make it a white graph, something like that, so we can see it a little better. Maybe we don't need these grid lines, so I can select them and delete them. And what we're left with is a plot that looks like this. The formatting isn't ideal. Some other things that you might do would be click the plot, and we could do turn the border off to get rid of that. When you paste it in, it'll make it a little cleaner. I could take the graph area. We could go a no fill on that, but we could go a solid line border. We could do something like that. Beginning to clean it up a little bit. Maybe on this data set, I'm going to want a border associated with that, so we can go a solid black line on that to clean it up a little bit. But now we've got a pretty good looking figure here. This looks gray. Let's just go back. We'll do a solid line again, make that black. We're just cleaning it up. And this looks like a little bit nicer graph. I could take this legend and do something like this, move it somewhere apparent, something like that. Maybe you'd even put it outside of this plot, so I can make this a little bit smaller and bring it over here like that. But this is ultimately the plot. It allows us to characterize the grip strength as a function of 2 different factors. And looking at this, eyeballing it before we even run an analysis of variance, I would guess that eye color doesn't matter, but grunting does matter. I would say that grunting across all different eye colors appears to increase the grip strength across the board.